Hello, Divine Ones. This is Ashley for FD 1111 Ministries, home of Tarot, Bible, and Alchemy. This is a all signs reading, so the timestamps will be listed down below in the description box as well as appended to the comment section. This is the new moon reading for Leo, happening 27 degrees in the sign of Leo. This is the third decan, the triplicity of Mars. So Mars rules this specific decan. This is a fixed, fiery, masculine sign. And this decan is represented by the Seven of Wands. This is the reason why I have this card right here. All right, and we're going to get into the overall energy, and then I'm going to transition into each one of the signs. I recommend that you check out the full moon reading, or like what was happening about 6 months ago with the full moon in Leo. And specifically on this channel, it was the message, the heart of the lion. And I just recently reviewed that video, and I found it to be very true and present for what's happening right now. Another thing to keep in account is what will happen in the next 6 months. So the seed that you planted 6 months ago, check out what's happening now. And the seed that you're planting right now, what will happen and flourish in the next 6 months. And this is really dealing with desire and creativity. So you could be working on a project, you could be planting the seeds. So let's see what's going on right now. The overall message, like how I was saying, this triplicity is ruled by Mars, and the card associated with that is the Seven of Wands. So one thing I feel like is that someone could be overwhelmed with tasks and with duties. This could be someone that's very creative, but they have too many ideas, and it is becoming like a bombardment of energy for someone. For other people, this could be too many opportunities or too many clients coming in. Another thing about that reading about 6 months ago, which I was referring to, is that someone that it just started to take off for them. And it was been like little sections of time where they are so busy and so overwhelmed with new clients, new work that's coming in, that they seem like they're sort of kind of like drowning a little bit. And that can be a good thing, but you know, it feels like this person, like they could be overwhelmed. For other people, this could be disputes and arguments, like when is something going to work out, when is something going to change. We have here from my personal deck, which you can pre-order down below, 555, all in God's divine timing. And hold on, give me a second. So overall, I feel like this specific part of the message is dealing with everybody as a collective. We have another card that is associated with Leo, the lion, the strength, and this is the taming of that beast, the taming of something that at one point could have been very frustrating to you. This could have been a relationship for someone. This could be whatever this thing that has sort of kind of been like a thorn in your side, that you are gaining mastery over it. So it could have been a certain mindset. It could have been something you were having faith about. It could have been, it's a myriad of different things. But overall, what the divine spirit is saying, that within God's timing, everything will work out. So the thing about God's timing that people don't really hone in on is the karmic aspect of it. If you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, like if you have been given certain restrictions or certain tasks that you're supposed to do, that if you have not been really working on yourself, really doing the task that you have been assigned, that the other aspect about God's timing is the karmic aspect. You have to go back over that lesson again until after you fulfill that purpose, until after you learn that lesson. And then you can move to the next stage. And that's the thing about God's timing that people don't really, like to go into detail about, that's the hang up right there. So God's timing, it could happen like that. But if you have not been taking the action steps, so Mars is about action. You could have been given a task to do, a relationship to step into, or a relationship to step back from. Another thing about this energy is like a lot of people are separating. This has been going on pretty much since like the pandemic started, and it's going to continue to increase because some people they have their finances merged. They have, certain ideals that they have to uphold. They could have been with this person for a long time and the bond can be very strong. However, that was just like a karmic relationship that needs to be let go of. For you to learn that karmic lesson, now it's time for to separate from it. And it can be very difficult. And some people that they're starting to really, like, natural circumstances are stepping into play. For those that refuse to really let go of this situation or let go of that habit, let go of whatever it may have been, that the natural circumstances are going to start to play out. The thing about the natural circumstances, if you have a habit such as something that is degrading your body or eating away at your body, that natural circumstances will step in. If you have been holding on to a relationship that is supposed to be cut out, that you're supposed to be rotating out of, and you're still holding on to it, that something could come in and purposely separate it. I was about to say set it ablaze, almost like someone that is taking a match and throwing it into a pile of wood, because it's a very, very strong, fiery energy that is coming through. And things could just like burn really quickly. Imagine having gasoline on this pile of debris, wood. We have like with wood, with the staffs is made of wood, with all of that. And then someone just throws this match onto it. That's what the spirit is doing. And for those that have this project that they could have been working on, or they could have been maybe planning, and they sort of kind of been procrastinating, that things are going to speed up. Like if you have several different projects you've been focusing on or that you have passions about, that they'll start to fall to the wayside and it will become more and more clear. Like, for example, this could even be employees for somebody that they've been holding on to a certain type of job, and then the boss comes in and be like, well, you're fired or you're laid off, and whatever the case may be, because you've been holding on to it because of the security, the false sense of security. For some, for others, it all boils down to fear and security, and the fear of losing something that you think that is supporting you. For going back to that person where it's like creative or like different outlets or different ways of how to express themselves, that it's going to become clearer and clearer on what they're supposed to do. Like they're going to have this focus, laser type of precision and focus, that these different things that have sort of kind of been ciphering their energy or their attention or their creative faculties, something's going to happen where it's going to be a roadblock. So that way it becomes clear to them. All right. So let's go ahead and move forward. I'm going to start with the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, and this is happening in your 5th house. And right here we have the number 5, so it could be. I feel like this is a 5 right here. It's almost like God's divine timing playing out in your hand, like that, in your hand. And what I mean by that, it's almost like having cards in your hand, and they're all 5s, and those 5s equal up to an ace. And it's just like, how does that happen? It's like God's divine timing playing out in your life to give you the win, if that makes sense. I don't play poker or anything like this, but for some reason it's somebody that I see, like somebody with like all 5s in their hand. So it's only 4 5s in the deck, but they have all of them in their hand. And from my understanding, I think you have to have like an ace or something. I don't know. But anyways, just roll with the analogy here, Aries, that those 4 5s do not equal up to a winning hand. But however, divine timing, God's grace, God's glory playing out in your favor, and you win. Like you lay down your cards, you be like, okay, I'm not really sure. I'm a little nervous about this, but you lay down your cards and they're like, you won, you got it, you did it. For some reason, it plays out like that for you. I feel like something as well too with siblings. You could be having some words with siblings. This is like you coming to an agreement with your siblings. It could be something dealing with, I hear parenthood. Someone could have children, or either this could be your parents. But it's something too about with siblings. This could even be co-workers possibly, but it's like a group of people that have different opinions. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily arguing. Everybody's just putting in their different opinions. This could be inside of the house where it's just so much energy flowing around, so many ideas, so many people's thoughts. It's almost like people putting in their thoughts or their ideas. And what I see like people writing down something on a piece of paper, folding it up and putting it into a hat. Everybody has their opinion or their name or something in a hat. They shake it up, they pull it out, and they draw it. It's like they draw it. So it's like a game of chance or something. And then like your name comes up and like you're the winner. For some reason, you're the winner. And for some reason, it's like something that deals with luck and divine favor in your life. All right, Taurus. This is happening in your 4th house. All right, and let's see what's going on. I hear it's your responsibility. That's what I hear. So we have the Lovers in the reverse. So this could be some type of short distance travel or movement. I feel like, you know what I really feel like? I feel like this is something dealing with you reaching out to somebody else. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're supposed to be reaching out to somebody that you have to, this could be you apologizing. And this may not resonate with everyone, but I feel like, because it does take a great deal of strength to realize, first of all, to realize it and to admit that it could have been some type of wrongdoing on your behalf. But humbling yourself, and this could be your pride and the different excuses that you have given to yourself as to the reason why they were in the wrong or why this situation happened or whatever the case may be. And I feel like this is like that this situation, whatever this may represent for you, it's definitely about communication. This could be lovers, this could be siblings, this could be family members, this could be a situation in your life, something you were really putting work into, something creative, and like you've just been holding back. And the spirit is saying like, yeah, that feeling you've been having, yeah, it's about that time for you to go ahead and step up to the plate and take the responsibility for it. Even if it does cost, that's specifically here, even if it does cost for you. Okay, Gemini. Your card just came out in Taurus reading, so maybe there's some crossover, or maybe there's some other players or people more so that you're dealing with along the lines of Taurus. Could be a Taurus that you're involved with. You could be involved with a Cancer. So this moon is taking place in your 3rd house. So I feel like that you're at some type of pivotal point where some type of shift could happen. But it's like something about, this feels closely related to Taurus. It really does. Like it's something about you taking the responsibility for something. It's like you have to step up to the plate and make some type of decision. And it's like you've been teeter-tottering. I'm thinking about making this decision. It could have something to do with commerce. It could have something to do with starting. It feels like something dealing with money. And it could be a store, online store. It feels like that. It feels like something that deals with money. And it's like you could have received some type of money or going to receive some type of money. And it's like a certain amount. This could even be a mentor coming in. And you're going to have to humble yourself. Going back to that money situation, you're going to have to really balance that money. Really use it, because this is an opportunity for you to make more money and for you to actually shift, really literally shift the direction of your finances. But you have to really be clear about it and really allow the spirit to move and flow. With this mentor that comes in, they are a person that has great discernment. While you may be overthinking situations or ignoring something that may be a red flag, that this person, whoever this mentor is, they have a great deal of, I hear, responsibility. They have a great deal of clarity about the situation. Maybe they are a person that has already been there and done that, but it feels like someone that almost has like a sense of intuition with them as well, especially here with the Chariot card. It's all about ascension. Like they have a higher perspective, and it's not just about like, I've already had this type of business, or I already been in this type of situation, let me offer my personal recommendations. It's more so like, I see something different. I feel like you should do this, and I feel like you should do that and handle that situation. Maybe you should spend this, invest in that. Like whoever this person may be for you, it feels familiar, and that familiarity could be a number of things, because being that they sort of almost like a spiritual advisor. So you may have known them, or either it feels like you know them, because like the way how you guys interact and the way how you click, it's almost like they just feel right. And when you meet this person, or you see them again, or you chit chat with them, whatever the case may be for you specifically, it's like this sense of both of you guys have this familiarity within you guys. It's like it's shared. All right. So it's like faded. Divine timing. It's like something that's faded for sure. Okay, Cancer. Actually, your card came out in Gemini's reading. So we have the Seven of Cups. I hear the word scary. And then we have the Magician. Okay. So this feels like something that you may have been getting clarity about, but you're like, it doesn't make any sense. Or you could be dreaming about someone or about something. You could be receiving downloads and spiritual activity that does not make sense in your physical mind. Like your mental is like, what is going on? Like it does not make sense. You could be receiving messages from like your ancestors, paranormal activity. This could just be dreams coming in and you feeling somebody else's energy. So it's something that is scary. It's like, ooh. I'm going to pick another card, the World card. And, maybe taking some rest, maybe taking a break, taking a nap in the middle of the day. Because sometimes the veil, it is thinned. But however, it's like your reaction to what could be going on could vary. Like if you take a nap or get extra rest and not go to bed so exhausted, that when you have those interactions, if you are meant to have it feels like you're supposed to have these type of interactions, like these spiritual gifts that are coming through, that you'll be better able to handle it. And maybe even writing down your different experiences that you have. This feels like someone that has been astral traveling, maybe even viewing how they say remote viewing a loved one or someone that you desire. And remember, your card came out in Gemini. So Gemini, the communication, that's about downloads and also about healing. The Magician is a healer. You could be receiving those gifts, or you could be healing someone or someone healing you. But it feels like you have the gift. That's what it feels like. It feels like those gifts that are starting to come through. This could even be family members. Another type of way of how to read this, that this is family members, and maybe you are starting to separate yourself from those family members because of the fact that it's just you're becoming a different person, and they are not understanding that. Maybe they want more time. Maybe they want, it feels like someone wants more of your time, more of your attention, but you're like, I'm changing. Like, bruh, I can't be here. I'm starting to feel more sensitive to these energies that are coming through. I'm starting to have these paranormal activities. I'm starting to astral travel. I don't even know, it just feels like a whole lot. That's the reason why I'm talking this way. It just feels like it's a whole lot of energy and activity coming at you. And it's some freaky shit. That's what I hear. And it's like, I don't know how to take it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with it. Like, is this even real? I mean, like, have I been taking, some medicine or some non-prescription type of trip, if you will, and hasn't worn off yet, so this is just like a reading to say that maybe you did take a trip, okay? Or maybe you did, dibble and dabble and stuff, but it goes beyond that. It's like you have that gift that is coming through. Okay, Cancer? All right. Okay, Leo. This is happening in your first house. So let's see what's going on. Well, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. Bring this up here. You could be fighting some type of connection or some type of, it feels like some type of connection. The Six of Cups is about like either twin flames or soulmate type of connections. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you. If you're a Cuspian, I would suggest you check out the Cancer one. I just finished doing that one. This seems like it's sort of kind of like connected to that. So I'm going to pull another card. Ooh, not that many cards. Not that many cards, Leo. And that came out in the Aries reading. So you could be dealing with the Aries, But I feel like with you that you're going through like some type of a rebirth and you've been fighting it. Like, once again, I hear this shit is getting freaky. Like, it was something similar to that came out in Cancer. So you could be a Cuspian, or it could be something going on with maybe a mother or some motherly figure, but it feels like paranormal. It feels like this whole thing is spiritual, like a spiritual connection with a certain person. Could be of an Aries persuasion. It could also be different gifts that are activated for you. Another thing too, it could be some things happening in your house, in your actual household, that like, okay, I put this right there, but yet I go back and I don't see it. I know I put that away, or where did that come from? Yeah, it definitely feels like maybe if either you watching someone or someone watching you, and it feels like for some of you guys, it feels like from the other side, like spirits or ancestors or angels, and they're starting to make their self well known. For other individuals, this is about you going through a rebirth altogether. And like with this rebirth, for some of you guys, it could be like a little trying, because you're trying to balance things that are happening in the world, your personal inner world, as well as the world around you, like in your community and in your family circumstance, and also things that are happening in your household. So it feels like a whole lot of energy. And also I hear information that is coming through. You could be reading or watching different types of content to try to get some type of understanding. And it's just like a bombardment of so much energy and information that you're like, I'm gonna have to take a break. So it's okay to take a break from things. Like how I was saying with Cancer, that taking a nap in the middle of the day will help alleviate a lot of things that the bombardment of that energy of the things that are happening. So we have here at the bottom of the deck where we have the Hermeticist. And then plus this was in the middle of the deck when I was reading for Cancer. So this feels like someone that is a Cuspian. All right. Where like taking that nap in the middle of the day will help you, and going within and taking some time to allow yourself to heal and process information. The Hermit is all about going within. It's a single journey. You can't take your family with you when you're going into your inner world. When you cross over, you can't take them with you. This could be someone that their family member, okay, excuse me, I had to do that deep breath. Their family member could be struggling for somebody. It's like their family member having financial trouble, having health conditions, and this person, for one of you guys, they're having a hard time of trying to deal with that. And they're trying to find that inner strength to help support their family in some type of way, regardless if it's monetary, emotional. They're like, what the F? I don't know. I'm just like at a loss of words. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's weakening me, but I have to be strong. Like, it's confusing to me, but I got to be strong. And, like, I can't take them with me. They can't take me with them. And it's like this person almost have like spiritual crisis identity type of thing, where they could have grown up a certain type of way, but now they're questioning everything. And it's like my world is starting to crumble because what I thought was true isn't really true. Who I thought was always going to be there has not really, they're not there now, or it's a threat for them not to be there. And it could play out differently for different people, but this person's definitely going through a crisis identity crisis. Flip it around. But it's because they're going through a major rebirth. All right. So if you need prayer, that link is definitely down below. Hello, Virgo. All right. This Leo moon is taking place in your 12th house. So this could be institutions, it could be incarcerations, but I don't think that it's really literal incarcerations for, most of you guys. I feel like it could be embodying a certain ideal that is cumbersome. You know what this feels like for some of you, for most of you, it feels like I've been carrying around this weight that belongs to somebody else. So you could have been carrying around a relationship. You can be carrying around guilt for someone. And it's really not even your fault. We have here the 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And this is about victory. This one, for some of you guys, you could have been working on something so hard, and you could have been part of a team, or this could have been a family circumstance, and you have had to carry that burden. We have here the Strength card. You could have been carrying that burden for such a long time, but you have victory that's coming through. It's that I'm gonna rearrange it like that, more so like that. Okay, so you had this duty, you had this calling. You're part of a team, or this feels like a family. This could have even been someone taking on multiple jobs to help take care of, provide for a family, provide for themselves. But it feels like somebody that's part of a team, though. So that's why I say it could have been a team work effort, or either a family that you're providing for. And you know what? I feel like this energy that almost I want to cry, but it's not from me, I'm stressed or anything like that. It's this person that I feel their energy, they have been doing so much and they're exhausted, man. Whew, this person is exhausted. They have exuded great strength, but the victory is coming in. So imagine, okay, I have to go out on this journey. I got to walk by foot. Miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. People could have offered me a ride. People could have offered me a hand, but they see me carrying all of this, but they did not stop to give me a courtesy, to give me a drink of water. Roll with the analogy. But now those same people that was talking about me, those same people that was discouraging me, those same people that see me struggling but did not want to help, they're the ones that are going to witness my rebirth, that are going to witness me rise up. And those are going to be the same people that are going to try to, you see this person with their hand out? They're going to be try to take what I worked so hard because you could have came from a certain type of financial circumstance that you rose up out of it because you're a fighter. Look, strength over there, you the fighter, the heart of the lion, and you kept on going, and now you have the victory. Yeah, I feel this very strongly for someone. Sun, moon, rising, some type of placement with that type of Virgo energy, and you have that victory that's coming through in the next 6 months. You're going to be in a whole nother type of circumstance. You got to keep pulling that energy out. Because look, all of this is fire energy. We have the wand right here, multiple wands, and then that single wand that you were holding. This is also a fire energy too. Tears sort of coming out my eyes. Yeah, just keep going, Virgo. If you need prayer, that link is down below. All right. Hello, Libra. This is happening in your 11th house. So I already feel like this is, I hear financial for some of you guys. Okay. It could be something about institutions too, and maybe I hear parishments, a parish. I have that on the bottom, but I don't feel like it's relevant. A parish. I think a parish is like a place like with a church or something, I think. A parish. That sounds so familiar. Not something that's perishing, but like a parish, like a group. It seems like a group of people. And it's like a small community or small knit like commune or something, where it was actually sort of like, it was good for a moment, but it became your downfall. Or it could become your downfall, where you're sort of like at a crossroads here, where we have the Two of Wands. And this could be creative wise. It feels like something that is almost like a religious type of thing with it. This could be you parting from a religion. So we have the Devil, okay? And then we have the Strength card, which this could be the Lion of Judah. And the Lion of Judah is the Christ. So you could have been part of like a Christian set or part of a religion itself. And it could have been even a religious community. Could be to the degree of Amish or something. I hear capital, capitalist, capital, or something like that. Could have been in the capital of a state. But it feels like a community that is set off to the side for a specific purpose, like almost like the Amish, even if it's not something that extreme. It could have been like you could have been born in a community and majority of those people were Christian. So it could be down south, or it could be, it could be really anywhere in the world. And majority of the people were either Christian or Muslim or something like that. And now you have been feeling this, like you're at a crossroads and you sort of kind of have to rise up out of this, but you feel guilty, but then you feel like you have a different calling. So I feel like it's something that's strongly related to like religion, and you stepping out of that mind frame. Okay, because I came from a religious background. We weren't hardcore. I got personally hardcore once I became an adult, me personally, but I wasn't raised hardcore. But this feels like you have been called on a different journey. And it's not to say that, those people that you grew up with or whatever, that they wrong, but it doesn't settle right with you. You probably have even seen some things where you were like, man, that was messed up. Or that just didn't feel right. That didn't sit right with me. This feels like a stirring in your stomach. Like something almost makes you sort of kind of sick. Like, that nervous, sick type of feeling. Like, oh man, that made my heart drop to my stomach. Like that type of feeling. The heart of the lion, okay? And the thing about like with this heart of the lion for you specifically, the heart to speak up, even if you don't speak directly to people, the heart to acknowledge your personal voice. The devil is ostracized, if you get what I'm saying. So just roll with the analogy. I'm not, taking up for anybody's side or anything like that. I don't know the situation. But just think about how the archetype of the devil is ostracized, is demonized. And people may be trying to demonize you or demonize this other person that you feel like is innocent. This feels like very specifically to someone's specific case. And it don't feel right. Imagine this is you with that turning in your stomach, like that doesn't feel right. That's why I feel like it's a strict type of community where people are very judgmental, and it just doesn't sit right with you. And over the next 6 months, this is like your quest that you have to get out of that situation. And for some, it may be physically leaving this commune or parish. It's something like that, like literally leaving that community. For others, it may just be you just saying like, I'm not part of it. This is my voice. This is what I believe. And, I'm not having it. You may even speak up for this person. The person could be you, but however, for most of you or whoever this may resonate, it feels like it's someone that's outside of you, that you sort of kind of like been watching like how the situation's played out. And that person is actually more so being victimized. And you could be the one that almost comes in like the savior and helps this person. Okay. All right. Hey, Scorpio, this is happening in your 10th house. I hear constitution. That's what I hear. Let's see what that Constitution is all about. Oh, the High Priestess. Look at that. Okay. All right. Magic, magic. Ooh. All right. The King of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign, you know. But however, I feel like, and you know, right here, what's on the Emperor. So you could be dealing with the Aries. I'm gonna keep that right here. Could be dealing with the Aries. Could have some Aries somewhere in your chart. But however, even that, if that's not the case, look. And we're not talking about right now, overall, I'm not talking about somebody's sexual orientation or anything like that. I'm talking about the energy. You could even have, you know, a lot of fire in your chart. But whatever the case is, ooh, you are awakened. Look at this. Where we have both the ego and the righteous, the right side, the intuitive side awakened. Like you fought your way out of something that could have just been mental turmoil, obstacles. And look at all that energy that's within you, and you're pushing forward in something. And it's because you're led. You could feel this within you, that fire within you. Give me a second. You could have two different people that you're interested in, or that may be interested in you. That's one thing for somebody, but it doesn't feel as strong as the overall tone of this energy of like you're the ruler. The world centers around you. Look. And that's true for everyone. Like, you know, your world centers around you. You see the world how the way you see yourself as through the filter. Your eyes are the filter of your world. The world centers around you. And that especially is true for you, Scorpio, right now for the next 6 months, okay? Where like you are really a force to contend with. This could be some type of a break coming through. Like you just knew that something was going to happen in divine timing, and you fought your way to the top, and now you're like phew, taking off. You are ruled by Pluto and Mars, so these could be the Pluto and Mars, whatever is happening, you know, in your chart with those types of movements. But this also feels like a love as well. So we have here Aries, we have here Leo. This could be another fire sign or somebody that has fire in their chart. For some of you guys, that could be something that also here Aquarius. For someone, you know, they could be dealing with those type of people. These could be also employees or family members. That's one other thing. I hear Constitution. I don't know. Give me a second. With that Constitution, it feels like rewriting something, like some new law possibly that could affect you personally. It could be some type of law or not mandate, but like some type of law that will be passed. And that law could be something on the mass scale of like, you know, federal law, all the way to like state law, or a corporation. If you're part of a corporation or you work for a corporation, that a new bylaw or a new law is passed that's going to set you up in a favorable type of situation. That's what I feel like. I keep hearing the word Constitution because it's something. Think about the Constitution. It's for freedom and equality of all. However, that has not been, you know, upheld. But that is something that will be upheld as we continue to move forward. But another thing about the Constitution is like it's written stone, you know, like, oh, we can't change the Constitution because it was by the forefathers. Think about how that has been around for hundreds of years, and how concrete that is in our society, in the framework of our society. I want to paint that illustration for you so that way you can know like exactly what the Spirit is saying. It's something that seemed to be impossible. Like, oh, that will never, ever, ever happen in a trillion years. that, that's a law. So this could be defying, I sort of stuttered, excuse me, defying the laws of nature, almost. It could be some type of cosmic interactions that are happening between you and two other people. It also feels like a Capricornian type of thing happening. Again, for some, this could be placements in their chart. But it feels like, this feels like a rotation that's happening, like things are turning. Like as if this was the world card and it was stuck on one dial, like on obstacles, like it's stuck on the obstacle dial, and you just been doing like this obstacle course over and over and over again. You're like, oh my gosh, my legs are burning. When am I going to actually finish this obstacle course? And then all of a sudden, in divine timing, you pass the test, the dial is turned, and now you're to the reward show, the reward portion. So think about this as a boot camp. You dropped off at this place. You're supposed to stay there until after you pass the obstacle course or whatever. You've been there for like, it seems like you've been there for 3 times as long as other people. And you finally get past the boot camp. And then now you're in the ceremony aspect where they give you like, your, I don't know what they do, I guess the button or whatever. And you get your ranking and all of that. And you moved up from a cadet to like a officer, some type of officer. Now, this is all metaphoric. I'm not saying that couldn't have happened for somebody physically or they're moving up in rank, but this is happening metaphorically. So this could be career-wise. This could be relationship-wise, where someone was just looking like, okay, yeah, I like them, but look at all this energy around them. It's just too much. But as this person awakens and as you awaken, they see things from a higher standpoint, and they look at you as from being just a person to being like the prize. Look at this. Doesn't she look like a trophy? Looking at you like a trophy. Going from a snack to a full meal. All right, you guys, we need prayer. Listen down below. Hello, Sagittarius. This is happening in your 9th house. All right. Which is in your own house. Right now you are currently in the South Node. Ooh, and your philosophies could be changing. All right. Well, we have here the card for Cancer. So this card came out in both Cancer and Taurus. So there could be some crossover there. But this is all about ascension. So I feel like this is like moving from like a certain type of philosophy to a more ascended type of viewpoint. Like the evolved standpoint. Could be dealing with a fire sign, a female fire sign. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, so it feels like it was difficulty. It was like things were like a little difficult, maybe even a little cloudy judgment of some sort. And it's going to get easier. You still have to do some evolving. You still have some things that you have to overcome. All right, but you're going to gain wisdom and strength. It feels like you're almost like in your own way. That's what it feels like. So I'm going to bring back this card on the bottom. And then we also have the 4 of Cups. It's like, yeah, it's all in your mind. Whatever these situations or these obstacles, if you take a higher viewpoint, that you will understand that it's all like you're only in your way. It's like you're tripping your own self up. So imagine if you had your shoestrings untied and you go to run a marathon and you keep falling. And you're like, damn it, I keep falling. What the hell? These shoes. What the hell? Like the road is in my way, or, whatever you may look everywhere else to blame. Everything else besides the one that is the main problem, you not taking ownership and tying your shoes, for example, in this whole analogy. So tie your shoelaces, and I bet you will be able to run without falling. That's just an analogy. So basically that's what the Spirit is saying, is like, get out of your own way. You're trapped in your own mind. The things that you're passionate about, the things that you want to accomplish, you will overcome, but you're sort of like putting obstacles in your own way. You're making things more difficult. This could be you having to redo a task over and over and over, one more time, and over again, okay? And it's because of the fact that you just refuse to really, it feels like a psychological hang up, almost like a habitual, like you have a habit. And that habit is like skipping over details or overlooking things or blaming this looks like blaming other people. It's like, oh, like you're pissed off. So this is a fire energy, like you're pissed off. Okay, it's your fault. Now it's your fault. Oh, it's your fault. Steve, Bob, Jane, it's your fault. Like it's all your fault, and the spirit is saying like, no, it is something that you need to turn within yourself and look and realize that, you need to work on this and then work on that, and watch how things will seem so much clearer to you and things will work out for you. This is very likened to the message at the very beginning where I was saying that a person repeating a karmic cycle over and over again because they refuse to see their fault, where they refuse to activate that change in their life. Hey Capricorn. All right, this is happening in your 8th house. So you could be receiving some type of deep psychological understanding, deep psychological healing. Okay. We have the Fool card in the reverse, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So some type of new beginning, but it's an emotional fulfillment. That's what I was saying about like psychologically, maybe understanding how things may have played out in your life, and realizing that it had to play out a certain way in order for you to have some type of understanding or to come into your own fullness. This feels like family members possibly around, possibly even having arguments. This could be a crossover with Scorpio because, Scorpio does rule the 8th house. We have the Page of Wands. So I feel like this could be you moving from a place, like physically moving out of a space, or you moving on from like, okay, some type of pain that maybe family members or friends caused. This could also be a new beginning and a new relationship where we have the Ace of Cups right there, and taking the mistakes that maybe have played out in relationships from the past and moving on from that, taking what may have happened, regardless of if you blame the person or the person blame you, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. It's like, okay, well, I think it is time for to move on. It's like, it's definitely been enough time. And what I mean by time, I'm talking about God's timing. I'm not talking about men's timing. And this is all about change, and that you're getting some type of epiphany right now that's downloaded, that's coming through, where it's like, okay, all right, I see clearer now. I see my parents, I see my family, and they did the best that they could do. Now it's time for me to move on from that. Or I see the relationship and all the different situations that happened, and I can see clearly now, okay, it's time to move on. It's definitely something that is going to bring a great deal of fulfillment. I hear the word rescue. I really hear strong. We have the Strength card as well as the Ace of Cups. I really feel like that is something about a rescue. Maybe you realize that you're your own savior, that you're the only one that's going to save yourself. You're the only one that can make things right. And that's making things right in your life. That could be a myriad of different things. Like if you feel like you've been wronged, that I can't wait for these people to change. I can't wait for for them to apologize. If you feel like it's something that's somebody else's fault, I have to take ownership and I have to move on from this. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in that same position for the rest of my life. All right. I'm going to pull one other card where we have the 2N plus the Magician card. I feel like that is relevant. because to master your life, you have to master yourself. And this is what I feel like that is coming through, that you're only responsible for yourself. And that's the epiphany. So before, where it's like, I couldn't see the truth. I couldn't see past this certain situation, this certain pain. I couldn't see the outcome being anything besides someone stuck on a certain type of outcome. That's what it feels like. Someone really stuck on, like, okay, this is the way how it's going to play out. I'm going to be with this person, or either I'm going to have this type of relationship, or either my parents are going to come and do this and do that, or my family, whatever the case may be, or if it's somebody with financial. But I feel like it's something that's tied to the emotions, that, oh yeah, I'm going to get this specific type of career, but that wasn't your divine calling. And then you're realizing that, or either have to take a different approach. Okay. Because I don't really feel like it's something that's tied to career with you specifically for the majority of your energy that's coming through. But like I figured that it was going to be this way, and being stuck on that. But now seeing the clarity that, you know what, it doesn't have to be like that for me to be happy, for me to have emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment comes from within me. I dictate what fulfills me. I dictate what feels good to me. I dictate on how to shape my emotions, how to shape my mind to make the best life that is conducive for my growth and for me. If you need prayer, that link is down below. Okay, Aquarius, this is happening in your 7th house. Could be something about relationships, but let's see. We have the King of Swords. That could be you. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So there could be 2 different people that you are deciding between. I'm going to pull one other card. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Alrighty, in the reverse. It could be 3 people. I'm just joking. It could be though, but okay. Yeah, it feels like this could be you in the middle for some of you, where it's like there's 2 different love interests or 2 different people that you have feelings for. Now, it could be love interest, romantic partners for some of you, and for others of you, it could just be like a situation that love is involved, meaning it could be a very strong friendship, 2 different people that could have had some type of argument, and now they want you to be the mediator, but you sort of kind of don't want to be because you have feelings for both of them. And you don't want to see it, like, for example, if it's friends, like platonic friends, that you don't want to be caught in the middle of it, because you feel like if I choose one side or the other, regardless, I'm going to be pulled into the argument or the disagreement. For others, it could be siblings, it could be family members. And then going back to the first analogy, that it could be 2 different lovers, where you're sort of kind of like on the fence, like, okay, excuse me, like I have this person weighing the pros and cons. This person does this good, but but that one thing they do, I can't do that. Then this person, they have all these different great qualities, but this one quality or these handful of qualities I just can't do. Which one do I choose? And it feels like an inner struggle, inner battle within you for some of you. What we have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Empress. So it does feel like 2 different people with 2 different types of attitudes, or it's like attitudes, mindsets, and the way how they treat you as an individual. So like I was saying, it could be love, interest, like a romantic partner, 2 romantic partners, 2 friends, platonic friends, or even 2 family members, or 2 groups of people. This could even be a political party, like you have friends or family members that one may be Democrat, one may be Republican, or something like that. Or it could be even a club, and then there's red against blue, or a sporting event too, like 2 different people with 2 different teams. That's what it feels like. I did see the Ace of Wands initially when I was picking up these two last cards. For some reason, I don't see it now. That's what reminds me of a sporting event where it was the Ace of Wands, where for someone, they could be part of a league. They could be part of like a fantasy football league, or either part of a sporting league. And it's like two different friends. Now they are on two different teams, and like one may want to pick them to come on their team, and another one may want them to come on their team for one. But it's something dealing with competition, and it's more so like a competition type of thing. Another situation is that it could be one that has a friend, a platonic friend, like a girlfriend or a guy friend, and then feel like they have to make a choice between a lover. It's something with competition, and for some of these people, it literally is like it's like a competition, regardless if it's something that's personally evolving, feelings. It's like a competition. Like, I've been their friend for this long, and they're going to choose that person over me, or either like a teammate or a political party, and they feel very strongly about it, with this whole politics type of thing. For others, it just feels like a bunch of competition, and a lot of people they're becoming really aggressive, and especially aggressive with your time, with your energy, and with your attention. It's all about getting your specific attention. But you're going to have to really tap into your inner strength. Find some type of excuse that you can't be bothered with it during this time period, especially with all this fiery type of energy that's happening. And we have like a lot of energy happening with a lot of fiery type of energy, and people are going to want to get their way, and it feels like very heavily weighed on you, Aquarius. Like, they want to have your way, have your attention, want to have you to themselves, want to have you be on their side, want to have you be on their team. But you probably just gonna have to be on a solo team, on your own team, fighting, making up excuses, or finding an excuse. Not really saying make it up excuse, but finding excuses as to reasons why you can't come and hang out with these people or talk to them on the phone. I don't know, pick up an additional hobby or something for quite a bit of time, because these people, you see, if you look at you see that person looking towards this person, and that person looking towards this person. They really, and you care about these people too, or you care about what their cause is. It feels like you really care about the people as themselves, and it's just too much. It's just too much. It's too much for you. So I would say dodge those bullets. Find some way of how to loop through all that energy until after things sort of kind of dies down, and then you can slide your way on back into both of these individual situations, however it may play out for you. Eventually it could be mediated. That's what it feels like. All right, need prayer? Link down below. All right, Pisces, this is happening in your 6th house. Okay, I hear something about legalities. Let's see. Oh, that's just too many cards. It could be like you're having a lot of daily tasks that you have to perform. Okay, hold on. Where we have the Temperance card that you have to perform or go through. Oh, too many cards. Great day. All right, let's see what's going on with that. Queen of Swords and then the Temperance card, and then we have the Moon card. Okay, so for someone, it feels like it could be some type of hidden feelings that someone has. It feels like a couple people have some feelings for you, honestly. And it could be, I hear barrier. We're going to get to that barrier in a moment. Yeah, so it feels like a couple different people have feelings for you. And these feelings could be a wide range of feelings, from romantic to just like a mother or a person that's very close to you. It could even be someone in the workplace, like a manager or something like that, that may just be, you know, wanting to sort of kind of control you. It definitely feels like something with control. Like these people, they want to control you to some type of degree. And that can play out in different types of ways because of the different type of connections that you have with these people. For example, a mother may want you to come and maybe see her or maybe spend more time with her, or for you to choose a certain type of person to date, to choose a certain type of job, may want you to dress a certain way. Those types of things, it's like, that's the reason why those borders came up, because it's almost like boundaries. It's like you have to set your boundaries in place right now for the next couple of months, especially because like you being laid back, you know, it feels like for majority of these people that are watching this, that you're more so like a laid back type of person, more so chill. You know, you're not about all of that. You about like, I just want to chill, you know, maybe chit chat every once in a while. But you know, if this is a work situation, I pretty much just, you know, play with the team. Or like if it's a manager, or I just do my job, I show up, I do my job, I go home. It's just like a laid back type of person. Legalities too, I feel like someone may be trying to pull up something that on a legal standpoint, and that legal could be literally with the like law, or it could be someone saying like, well, like a legality, like, well, I'm your mother, or I'm your girlfriend, or I'm your manager, like you got to do what I say. Like if not, then, you know, sort of kind of giving like an ultimatum. That's what I mean by legalities and borders. It's like these people or person, because it's, you know, it just ranges from a variety of different types of situations where they're going to pull up all types of ways. At first it's going to be very slow and insidious, like, well, you know, oh, it'll make me feel so good or so happy, or do you mind doing this, like that. And as you continuously say yes, that it's going, the burden and the energy is going to become greater and greater for you. Like it's going to be more tasks that are going to be added onto the agenda, added onto the itinerary. And that could be like, for someone, it feels like a manager, like writing down or getting them to do more, because getting you to do more because like you are like a person that, you know, wants to help people, or you don't mind, like, oh yeah, that's cool, I'm going that way anyway. It could be someone hitching a ride, and then it becomes more of, it snowballs. That's what I'm trying to get to. It starts off really slow, and then it starts to build up more momentum, and more becomes heavier of a burden, and becomes more cumbersome as these people just sort of kind of creep in. And with a girlfriend or a guy friend, or whatever the situation may be for you, like for someone with a romantic interest, put it like that, it's like, well, you know, you want to just go out, you want to hang out right, and like tonight, and then they want to hang out more, and then they were like, oh, well, do you mind, you know, doing this for me? And it becomes like, well, then by the time you've been saying yes and yes, that it comes to like, well, almost like an expectation, you know, like, well, why aren't you doing that? Like, what, you don't really care about, you know, it becomes like a manipulation type of thing. Look at this person right here with the sword. It's almost like a manipulation. That's how it starts off. Like it may seem cool. You see how, you see how it's like sort of kind of cool, calm at first, and then it starts to get like really heated. So think about that, being cool and calm, just chill, and then get really, really hot and furious and forceful. That's what it feels like. So the spirit is saying, make sure that you be level, be balanced. Think about, especially when it comes to relationships. Now think about from a mother, or from a parental standpoint, could even be another type of family member, like a sister or something, all the way to romantic. If you're not willing to do that, especially right now, if you're not willing to do that on a daily basis, or whenever that person would ask, then you probably shouldn't start saying yes to it. Not in this type of energy, because this type of energy for you specifically feels like these people will keep on and keep on and keep on. And you have to be balanced, be like, yeah. And then, you know, when you really don't feel like it, really be like, no, I don't want to. And this is my reason why. And if they have a problem with it, you know, just continue on about your business. They'll eventually get over it, you know, or either it will just save you some heartache in the end if it's like a situation that, you know, you can step back from. With the manager, you know, be like, maybe it's not my job title, you know, maybe it's not something I'm supposed to be doing, you know, or I don't mind doing it this time. Maybe, you know, putting it out there like, oh, I'm doing it as a favor this time to take on that extra workload because this person may call out sick, or maybe because I'm already doing this, or whatever the case may be. But it's not going to be something that's habitual. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. And if you need prayer, the link down below. All right, peace.